Okay, this is your basic stance for mixed martial arts. You want it to be a athletic stance so you're mobile. Kind of the position you'd want to start running in if you were going to go running. So you have your power leg behind you. For me, that's my right leg. I'm right-handed, so all my power is going to come from that back leg. If you're left-handed, your left leg's going to go in the back. So my feet are about shoulder width apart. And my heel, I want my heel to slightly come off of the ground, like a spring, here. Okay. And all my movement's gonna come off of that back foot. Here. A good way to find this is if you jump in the air, typically how you naturally land, it's gonna be a good stance for you. Power leg in the back, power hand in the back. Okay? And with your hands, you want to let your upper arms rest at your sides like this, and then you just bring your forearms up. So resting, bring your forearms up. You want to bring your elbows in to cover your body more, and chin down. And the reason you do that is if I have my hands up here, the longer I go, the more my hands are going to get tired, and then my habit is going to be to drop my hands down and my chin's still going to be exposed. So what you want to do is you want to get into that fatigued position from the beginning. So my upper arms just relaxed at my sides, bring my forearms up, chin down, like this. Okay, you're gonna see guys have more of a sideways stance like this. Taekwondo fighters like that, and boxers, because it conceals you a little bit more. But they don't have leg kicks in those sports, so you're exposed to leg kicks on the back. Some people still like to do that, but you're gonna have to rely more on footwork if you use that style than if you're a little bit more squared up. You don't want to be super squared up. Wrestlers are pretty squared up, straight on, and they get really low. So a wrestling stance is going to be really, really low to the ground, way squared up. There's no reason to blade. But in wrestling, you don't have strikes, so you don't have to worry about getting hit in the face when you're down here. You're just grappling. So for mixed martial arts, you're going to be more upright. You can go a wider stance, which is typically going to be more useful for grappling and punching. Or if you go a little more narrow, you're going to have a little more mobility, and it's better for kicking. The basic stance, you want to be in the mid-range on everything. For mixed martial arts, that's good. So I'm not going super wide, I'm not going super narrow, somewhat in the middle. I'm not going super sideways, I'm not going super straight, somewhere a little bit in the middle. With my fists, you're gonna have more speed if you go like this, hands forward, right? Because my fist is already in the finished position. This is gonna be a little more powerful here. If you're turning over fully, I recommend in the middle, right here. You could do it either way, but from a starting position, I would recommend that you just start somewhere in the middle, and you could go to what you prefer as you develop your style more. So Another good way to find your stance here. From here, I'm gonna go, my feet are together. I'm gonna go, turn it to the 90 degrees, turn it straight, 90 degrees, straight. That's kind of that position that you wanna be in, right? And your defense, your stance, it's offensive for you. It's gonna open up offensive opportunities for you, and it's also defensive. So when I have my footwork in an athletic position, it allows me to move. It allows me to move to where I need to be to avoid being hit or to get in a position to hit or take down. So you want to have the athletic stance. You don't want your feet together. See, because I'm not mobile from here. I have to get back into a stance to become mobile. And if I'm too wide, I'm not mobile either. So you want to find being that good mobile stance for offense and for defense, and also where you have your hands positioned here. This is protecting your body here. Chin down protects my chin. My defense, this is very defensive. Okay, if I'm here, I could get hit. So I close that all up, use my arms to protect my ribs and my face. Punch your posture over a little bit, it protects you even more. And you're gonna develop different traits depending on your body style, depending on your style. You know, if you look at someone like Muhammad Ali, he'd have his hands down a lot, but he used a lot of body movements and footwork to move as a defense rather than covering up so much. But he actually covered up a lot as well at the end of his career. He would cover up with his arms and not as much footwork. So basic stance always needs to be checked all the time. Basic footwork is you're going to, whatever direction you're going in, that's the foot you're going to use. If you're right-handed like me, your left foot's forward, and so you're going to step with your left foot first. I'm right-handed, power hand in the back, left foot forward. I'm stepping forward with that left foot that's in front, and then following with that back foot here. And this keeps me in a good posture. If I want to go backwards, my right foot goes first, followed by the left to regain my stance. Here. If I want to go to the right, my right foot goes first. Right? Right? If I want to go to the left, my left foot goes first. Okay? Always regaining my stance, because when I regain my stance, then I can strike. I want to be in a good stance to be able to strike at all times. That's why typically you're not going to want to cross your legs. However, there are times you can do that. If I want to close in really quickly on an opponent, I'll conceal my footwork with my hands, throwing punches, and cross my legs to cover ground really quickly. It's a technique you use, but my punches are not going to be very powerful when I'm doing that. So, basic stance here, elbows in, chin down, arms relaxed, forearms up, in the middle, not forward, not backwards, although you can do that. Chin down, basic footwork, here, 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 and when you start adding the strikes, the strike goes with the footwork. Your basic jab is going to go with the footwork. Okay? But that's the basic beginning for stance and footwork. So I'm going forward, forward, back, 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 left, 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 right, right, right. I'm also always in a good position for a takedown.